How y'all doing? It's another episode of Truth 7. I'm Devorjae, coming at you live. Shout out to all my truthers. And today, this video is I'm gonna talk about the temple and all the caricatures and what your temple is and what temple means, and just everything about it. Just go in on the temple because I'm about people taking care of their temple, and you can take care of your temple in so many ways. And I'm just going to let people know about any scripture or all knowledge and vibration and energy that goes into the temple, and how to keep your temple up so it doesn't become a ruin. And with me saying that, everyone knows what a physical temple is, and also people know what a ruin is. But do you know what the difference between a temple and a ruin is? You see, temples stay intact. Temples, they're a place of worship and of pure energy. Purely, like that's a temple. A ruin is usually older and withered and isn't used anymore, and is a thing of the past that is not connected with the future anymore, or the now. So ruin. That's where the word ruin. It's ruined. It's not good anymore. Not to say it's not good anymore, but it's ruined. It's flancered. It's distilled. It's withered. So a ruin. So you never want to be ruined. You never want to be ruined. You always want to keep your have a temple, and that's the difference between a temple and a church. And this is not to knock any churchgoers or to knock any religious sanctions, but you have to realize a church is a logic and reason building that matches into a modern society. And even when you look at a church, you see four walls, you see blocky, you see a church. A church is a corporation, just as many other things are a corporation. And when you don't want to go to any type of spiritual endowment or spiritual upheaval and be doing that in a corporation building. Sad to say, but that's just what it is. That's the truth of the matter. They take money from you. When I'm not going to say take money from you, but they ask for money to keep the lights on. It's a corporation. You have the church. That's the difference between church and temples. Temples don't ask for money. They don't ask for tithes. They don't ask for none of that stuff, because even Jesus himself, Yahweh, Yahshua, however you want to say it, in the Bible, they have to take that verse out, but I think it's still in there. I'll put in the comment box later the verse, but they probably took that verse out. But he cursed, and he washed out all beggars, no, not beggars, all gamblers, anyone who asked for money within the church. It's a place of worship. That's what he said, a place of worship, not a place of gambling and of money, a corporation. But the church is now construed the mind, guiding people to thinking that you have to do that, but no, you don't, because monks and Hindus and Hare Krishnas and temple dwellers, they don't give money to the temples. They have supporters of the right message of what they're trying to send them money over from their eastern side of countries, and through their own work themselves that they produce through their upheaval and their practices of what they're doing. That's how they supply themselves, keep their lights on, and do all that stuff, because they're doing their energy. They're doing their work that they're supposed to do. They're not going out trying to pull in from outside like a corporation. So give me just a second. Like 10 minutes ago. But yeah, that's the difference in temple and church or whatever. But now I'm about to continue with more on the temple. So hope y'all understood that what I was saying, and I guess more with the temple. You heard every religion refers to the body as a temple, and then just as I was saying earlier, you never want your temple to become a ruin and to be ruined, not used anymore. And even temples, comparing it to ruins, ruins they're not taken care of anymore, and they're all old and unused. But temples, they, even if they're all old and they're still put together and they're still being used and they're more natural looking, such as that's why they refer to your body as a temple, because your body is all natural. Temples are even built with simple mathematics, block on block, still remain strong and upheld, and even are decorated and designed and still have flowers and plants within them and growing on the outside, because a pyramid is a temple. It's not a building. It's not a court. A pyramid are some of the most earliest temples built. And if you know how pyramids are built, they're triangles. But even under there, it's another triangle. As above, so below. There are more tombs under there with a triangle built underground that when you're walking under there, you wouldn't know. You feel. I won't go into it, but it's basically a diamond shape. So even underground, there's a temple, and that's where it's pitch black. They would lay down in there, and then they would go into their travels. So, but yeah, temples, and basically the reason that they refer. There's many reasons why they refer the body to being a temple, and all that and whatnot. Because a temple represents an earth element and its foundation and its building blocks, and your body is mainly constructed of earth element for physical touch. So those are some good points to hit on temple and what it refers to in this references. Also, temples, they even, just as your body and everything, temples have water flowing through it. Pyramids have streams, they have ponds, just as your body, physical around inside, has water, has plants growing in it. And they would layer, they would decorate, like create with feng shui with different energies. So it's the same thing that goes into your body. So that's why it's okay to feng shui your temple up and just your temple up how you would like it. And because even though it can be natural, it can be withered, it can be a temple, it can, due to your decorations, you spice it up and put different energies in it and on it. So let's put some more points to hit on with temple. Also, oh yes, another vibration connection with temple and temple, because your temple is also up here, and then the symbol for the third eye is the pyramid. So it's between your temples or temples, still the same word, same meaning. So everything is going to have a connection. Certain vibrations are going to connect and hit points to what everything is trying to tell you, basically. And there's something else more with temple is, as I was saying earlier, I've seen on the inside of temples and pyramids, it's dark, very dark, and they will have to go into that darkness, and basically they can have their eyes on, but it's still they're astro traveling. But outside the pyramid is obviously light, and that goes into and that's probably off topic, but it goes into basically vibrations and meanings of when people are referring to dark and when certain things are referring to light, because with light, not all light is necessarily shining the correct information or the brightest information, because that's what light is. Light is information, and in so many ways, through yourself and as in imagery and how things flow, like in frequencies, is information. So I'm gonna say me, like me being a dark or light. You are your own void and you shine your own light. I probably should draw the diagram so you can get a good understanding of it. But darkness is everywhere, and through darkness, that's how you travel. And then, and with light, there's all different types of light. And sometimes you have to put your darkness over some light to dim it down and then shine your light to give it more a direction. And once you put your shadow or your darkness over that light, there's another light that gets revealed that you then have to shine your personal light on to reveal information about it and connect the dots. So I think that's a pretty good video, pretty good take on talking about temples and pretty much what it means. There's probably a whole bunch more that I can tag on with and tell information about regarding the temple. But pretty much just wanted y'all to get the full meaning and exactly the what temple is and what it means. So hope y'all enjoyed that. I'm probably gonna do another video. I'm gonna start doing, like I said, more life hack videos and astrology videos, and to get people more onto that point, because people are rising their consciousness and wanting to learn about more of that stuff. So don't forget to leave questions in the box, and I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.